Christmas. I'm finally home for Christmas. And with every day I've been away, there's one place I wanted to go. Finally home for Christmas.
Okay, that is fantastic. And it's only a sampling of Finally Home for Christmas by triple threat Ben Chavez. He's a singer, he's a dancer, he's an actor, and he just released 2 holiday singles, perfect to cozy up with loved ones to this season.
It's a nice looking Christmas tree as well. On top of all that, Ben currently stars in Disney's Frozen at Theater Under the Stars downtown, and his personal life has been a little busy this year. Earlier in April, to be precise, Ben, you married your longtime partner, Walker, Buffalo Bayou Park downtown. Congratulations. I mean, a wedding, all of these business gigs. Your wedding, by the way, was officiated by the one and only former KPRC2 meteorologist, Frank Billingsley.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It was the best day ever. Like, I will never forget it. And having Frank there meant the world. We look up to him as a gay icon in town. So, like, it was so special for us.
Well, and when Frank got married back in 2012, I mean, people wrote letters to the station. I mean, the phone started ringing half and half. Like, people were supportive, but a lot of people were not. So check this out. What a beautiful full circle moment. And the weather cooperated. What a beautiful day.
And that's really why we got Frank to do our wedding.
To get the weather to cooperate.
Right, exactly. But we really lucked out. I mean, it just couldn't have been a better day. Buffalo Bayou Park is one of our favorite spots in town.
That's so Houston of you.
Yeah.
That is
Look at that
H-Town.
skyline. It was just so spectacular.
You guys look spectacular. This is wonderful. And the Instagram post posted by your husband was beautiful as well. So we love sharing. Thank you for sharing this intimate moment with us. It's really, really nice.
You know, we left these tribute cards, too, on the back of each person's seat so that we could kind of pay homage to all of the gay people that came before us to pave the way for us to be able to get married. So we wanted to, people to know that, you know, we were thinking of them.
It's something that someone who is just, you know, cis and heterosexual, it's like, I don't even think of what that would mean. And it's a great reminder to all of us to say, like, hey, this is a right that not everyone has had.
Yeah.
You know, really
Marriage
important.
is a privilege and it's an honor.
Absolutely.
So we're happy to be married.
I also think it's a miracle when two people like each other enough to spend their lives together. So I'm glad you two found each other.
Yeah.
And what's it been like for you, not only juggling now a new marriage and home life and all of that and in-laws and family, but also your career, because both of you professionally are very, very busy.
Yeah. I'm somebody who really can't do the same thing for too long. I always have to be juggling around doing different projects. So, you know, I spend a lot of time behind the piano, of course. I play at Michael's Outpost, the piano bar in town. And I love writing songs, as you know. I've come here a few times to perform some of my other songs. And being a theater kid growing up, I just love being on stage in musicals. So you can catch me in Frozen right now at Theater Under the Stars at the Hobby Center. It's been so much fun so far. We had our opening week this past week. There's so many families, so many kids come dressed up to see the show as Elsa and Anna. It's just the best time. And so if you have not, all the folks watching, if you haven't gotten tickets, we run through December 29th. We actually have a show on Christmas Eve. So come check us out. You don't want to miss our take on Disney's Frozen.
So tomorrow, Lauren is actually going to give us a preview of this Frozen, but look at this production. I mean, this looks amazing. And Ben, it's so clear how much you love what you do. The playfulness, the joy you spread, through even just that video that we saw of you. Have you always loved Christmas? Like, did you always know you were going to do some sort of Christmas song situation? Or is that like new?
It had not occurred to me until I was on tour doing Aladdin for a couple years, and I was really missing home.
Yeah.
And I like to run, so I was out on a run one day, and I thought, man, I'm really bummed that I won't be home this Christmas. This was a couple years ago. So I actually started thinking of the song Finally Home for Christmas like back in 2022. And I finally, you know, got it together and got musicians together, and we recorded that song just to kind of celebrate being home with your family for Christmas.
The end result is a fun and catchy tune, but the visuals in the video we saw at the top of the segment, that also seems like a lot of fun when you're shooting these music videos. And now with social media and posting on Instagram, have you found that you've tapped into a fan base in places you never would have expected, Ben?
I will say, you know, I'm an old soul, and I never was good at the social media thing, but now you kind of have to do it in this new age of kind of creating your own art. So I have started to really enjoy posting and just capturing videos of myself doing what I love, you know, playing piano. And in that little snippet, it's actually in our place featuring our Christmas tree that I had no part in. My husband did all the work.
That was all Walker?
It was all him.
Are you allowed to like move an ornament? Are you allowed to have, do you have tree permissions? Because I know a lot of couples that one of them does not have tree permissions. The other one has a vision, and that's that.
That was part of our trust trust gaining in the early years of our relationship. Now we're at a point where I can hang some ornaments, but they are his babies, and I've grown to love them myself.
Yeah.
Hey, can we very quickly talk about your brooch too? So Tessa and I were
We want
coveting this brooch during the break. This is sold in the gift shop at Frozen at Theater Under the Stars.
Yes, here we are, a little close-up. You can buy this brooch at Theater Under the Stars at our merch stand.
Shameless plug.
Ding!
Yeah.
And so I
This
snatched
camera
one.
right here, tell them, yes.
I snatched
There we
one
go.
the other day, and I was like, I'll wear that on the show. So
If you could snatch 2 more.
We'll
We
do.
would love that.
We'll
yeah.
do. Yeah, come see our show and come buy our merch.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
by the way-
we'll get some of that talent, but through osmosis through the bin, right?
Maybe so. Don't count on it. Hey, by the way, follow Ben on social because he has all kinds of things going on. West Side Story, Houston Grand Opera. He's always up to something. So after the break, we're going to get another preview of his music, a slower, more heartfelt duet. So don't go anywhere. We're going to have more with the one and only Ben Chavez when Houston Life returns.
Yay.
This Christmas, I don't need a tree that's been covered in lights. I just need you here tonight to gaze at the stars in my arms this Christmas.
That was another preview of Ben Chavez's new holiday song, In My Arms This Christmas. I love a duet.
And we have so many questions. If you're just joining us right now, actor, musician, songwriter, dancer, he can do it all. He's currently performing in Disney's Frozen at Theater Under the Stars. I know you have a lot of projects coming up for 2025.
Yeah.
Can we chat about this duet, though? So
Yeah.
this is a friend of yours you knew from NYU when you were in college.
Yeah.
How did you record this duet? I understand some long distance was involved.
Yeah, I mean, COVID really taught us that we can have collaborations long distance. So I went to a studio that I love here and recorded my piano and vocals. And then I sent her the track up in New York, and she did her own vocals over there. And so we kind of did this back and forth mobile collaboration. And what you just saw was when we finally did get together, we filmed some music video content, but we did that whole thing basically from 2 different cities.
Wow.
I love that. It's a beautiful song, but it's also a little bit more heartfelt. It's a little bit more emotional. You know, not everyone is merry and jolly. People want to get in their
Yeah.
feelings sometimes around this time of year. What's been the feedback for that song so
Yeah,
far?
I mean, one of the lyrics I wrote was, holidays aren't the best for me. And while I do love the holidays, it's not the best time for some people. And so I wanted to create a song that kind of captured that. And, you know, some people don't always have the most joyful spirits during the holidays. And so this is kind of like a cozy up under your blanket with your, you know, your significant other or your dog or whatever, and just enjoy the holiday season in your own way.
Right.
Viewers are going to want to hear the entire songs. How can they do that?
Well, you should go to Spotify or Apple Music to stream the song. And the best thing you can do really is add the song to a playlist that you love. So if you have a holiday playlist, pop one of my songs on there so that we can be sure that you'll hear it on a
Little
regular
Amy
basis.
Grant, some Ben Chavez,
Yeah,
Mariah
little
Carey.
Ella Fitzgerald,
Michael
you know.
Bublé, and then you go to Ben.
I
and
like
you're
that.
Just
Yeah.
feeling the vibe.
It's a good idea.
Play it
Hey,
during your dinners.
let's chat about this Performing Arts Houston New Now Award. This is a really incredible honor. We're big fans of Performing
Yeah.
Arts Houston. You're essentially one of 3 recipients of this award. Explain the purpose of it, because you're going to start seeing Ben's face in printed programming material around town.
So I love Performing Arts Houston too, and I was selected. Me and 2 other artists, we are doing a 30-minute segment of our own original work. So there'll be one artist is doing breakdancing, one artist is doing jazz performance, and I'm doing kind of a concept album presentation. I've created this collection of songs, which is called Last Day County Fair, and it's about like a fictional character. It talks about queer identity, and it taps into a lot of my favorite music genres, like, you know, the Billy Joel Elton John style. Knowing my partner, who's from Mississippi, I've started to really enjoy country music, so I tap into some of that country love. And the performance will be in March. And what's great about this is that it's pay what you can. So there's no ticket prices. It's all donation based, and it's at the Wortham Theater Center in the Cullen Theater that they have there. So if you like seeing new art, you should come check out the performance. It's going to be really spectacular.
That is so exciting. You are so busy, and I'm happy. It's a great busy. Hey, you guys were both on the same magazine. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Oh, Outsmart Magazine. So every year there's the gayest and greatest, but you also received a nod this year.
Yeah, I was nominated for Best LGBTQ Musician in Town, which was such an honor. And then actually Outsmart in the last month's featured our wedding there. So Outsmart has been loving on me quite a bit, and I'm really excited about all that.
I'm such a fan. I know 2 people in that magazine.
It's a great publication because I think we often talk about Houston's diversity, and diversity comes in so many different forms. There are so many interesting people in this city, interesting things to get out and do and see. That's a story for another day. Let's also chat about the West Side Story performance coming up at Houston Grand Opera, HGO.
I'm so pumped for this. West Side Story is a musical I have loved since I was a little kid. It's some of the best music by Leonard Bernstein. And this production is being choreographed, or the choreography is being staged by one of my idols, Josh Burgas, who's a big-time Broadway guy. And it's my first time performing at the Houston Grand Opera, so I'm super excited to build that relationship. And Houston is just a great city for artists who are creating new art. And so I'm just so thankful to be performing at Tuts and Houston Grand Opera and, you know, the Performing Arts Houston. It's a great place to make art.
And do you want to sprinkle our viewers with some gold? Because we're learning about a golden era. What is golden era?
Yeah, so this is my next single that I'm releasing in January. It's like a feel-good, self-empowerment song. It's like, you know, I'm fierce and fabulous. The chorus is stepping into my golden era, stepping into my fabulous phase.
Ooh, I love that. An anthem.
I wanted to create an anthem to start the year off right.
Okay, when is that? When can we expect that?
So that'll come out early January.
Okay,
also Spotify, Apple Music. Definitely check that out and follow me on Instagram so you can see more updates about that.
There you go. Okay, new music coming in January. Ben Chavez, it's great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
You're always welcome. You're part of the family. Of course, you can tell Ben is very busy, so we have provided a link to keep up with him and listen to his new holiday songs. Just visit our website, houstonlife.tv.